Hi, this is Piyush. Today I want to give a small demonstration on electrode process. So electrode process is a topic in your Redox chapter of class 11th, and also it comes in electrochemistry chapter of class 12th. Okay, so electrode process, first of all, why it is important? It is important because this electrode process takes place in your small clocks. For example, in batteries, which is used in batteries or cells, which are used in wall clocks on your watches, electrode process takes place. So basically what happens, chemical reactions take place and electricity is generated. Okay, so to study this electrode process, what kind of chemical reactions are undertaken, we need to have a little basics. So the chemical reactions which take place is the redox process, redox reactions. So we have to see what the redox reaction is. Okay, so we will study a little about redox reaction and then we'll study a little about electrode process. So redox reactions are a kind of displacement reaction. You might have seen this kind of figure in your class 10th. This kind of experiments you have done where copper sulfate solution, which is blue in color, turns green when dipped inside an iron nail. Okay, so what happens? The chemical reaction is here. Copper iron plus copper sulfate gives iron sulfate, which is green in color, and copper gets deposited on the nail, because of which the nail is red in color. So this is also an example of a displacement reaction, and this is a redox reaction. What happens? Iron solid atom, it get oxidized to iron ions. Okay, means loss of electron is oxidation, and copper ions gain electrons to form copper solid. This gain of electron is reduction. Okay, so in any chemical reaction, oxidation and reduction takes place. One atom loses electrons, so it gets oxidized. The other atom gains electrons, so it gets reduced. Okay, so a little basics of redox is made. So redox is the same thing. For example, instead of iron, I can use any other metal which is more powerful than copper. For example, zinc. If zinc atom is used, similar kind of reactions will take place. Okay, so here zinc is being oxidized. Okay, so one half reaction is called oxidation half reaction, where oxidation takes place, and the other half reaction where which gains electrons is called reduction half reaction. These half reactions are a part of the this chemical equation. Okay, so that's why it's called redox, reduction oxidation reaction. It takes place simultaneously. It's simple, one loses, the other gains. Okay, so but in this loss and gain of electrons are being transferred in the same container. Okay, so we cannot tap electricity out of it. To tap electricity, we need to use two different containers. Okay, so this is half reaction. One half reaction will take place in one half container. In the second half reaction will take place in another container that will call reduction half cell. Okay, so let me now come on the board and draw what is a Daniel cell. So what is happening here? Zinc, right? So this is my complete reaction, and two half reactions take place. Okay, so this reaction is called oxidation half reaction, and this is reduction half reaction. Okay, so here what happens, zinc solid is changing to zinc ions plus two electrons, and copper is changing to copper solid. So I have put use two different containers. So here what is, this is my electrode. Okay, here also this is my solid electrode. Okay, it is dipped in solution, Zn sulfate and copper sulfate solutions. So this reaction takes place. Okay, so what happens, electrons get accumulated here because this loses electrons, and Zn ions move in solution. These electrons can be reached here if I connect a wire. Okay, right. So what is happening, electrons are moving. Okay, and these electrons copper metal get deposited here. So this way electricity is generated. Okay, so this is called oxidation half cell. This is called reduction half cell. Okay, now these two half cells are further connected by a bridge to complete the internal circuit. This is called salt bridge. Okay, so this internal circuit is complete. All right. So this side is negative, so it's called anode. So this is called anode. It's negative. Here it's called cathode. It's positive. Okay. Now how to write this cell? Okay, cell representation. So here is what happening. Zinc, solid. Okay. So this is my electrode. It is electrode is zinc ions. So zinc ions. Okay, aqueous. Maybe 1 molar. Okay, so I am separating electrode and electrolyte by a small line. Okay, single line. This shows electrode electrolyte interface. Okay, and here my redox couple is copper ions 1 millimolar. Okay, changing to copper solid. Okay, this is my redox at couple at cathode, and these two are separated by a salt bridge. It will be noted by a double line. Okay, so this is my cell representation. Okay, so this is my cell representation. This is my cell equation or reaction. Okay, so if any reaction is given, I can represent the cell. Okay, so let's try to say I will give a reaction and you try to. So understood this? So this is the same thing. Daniell cell. It is called Daniell cell when zinc and copper sulfate are there. It's so in one electrode we have zinc and other electrolyte we have copper. So it's Daniell cell. So you can see electrons are moving from zinc to copper. Okay, and this is my redox reaction. Okay, so you can have any cell combination, any anode. For example, this is another cell where this is my anode. Always on the left hand side is my anode, on the right hand side is my cathode. Okay, now you have your cell representation. Can you write the reaction, cell reaction? Okay, so try it. It's a very good exercise. Okay, maybe in next video I will give you the solution of this